Good morning, Professor and class. My name is Chelsea, and I have Chapter 13, The Pursuit of Social Equity. I think it's a very well written and concise textbook. It leaves us with questions about ourselves and how we operate. There are different phases of the book, from gender to LGBTQ, race and ethnicity, homelessness, policing, child welfare. They're woven in intricate pieces of anyone's life as a public administrator. This chapter tells us that social equity is an imperative of public service. Unfortunately, that means we must operate within two lives: our personal life and then our unbiased life as a professional. The central issues to finding out inequities lie with fostering engagement, respecting due process, and practicing transparency. Each of us is responsible for equipping the tools necessary to point out glass ceilings, trapdoors, sticky floors, and glass walls. We're pointing in the direction of avoiding these conversations from the potential ramifications of being wrong. What I can say from personal experience: when you come to the table with open ears and express all that you know is from what you've been exposed to, the others at the table will surely clue you into your misperceptions. You may have gotten it wrong or been deaf completely, but I know that the times that stuck with me the most are when I was wrong. Knowing that I was corrected, even if it was slightly embarrassing, made a lasting impression on the way I think and live. I recently had a coworker ask me if I took a sociology course. I informed her that this class was a quick introduction to that topic. She informed me when she took that college course, she found herself being a bleeding heart liberal. Since that time, I've been questioning in my head if this means equity looks like liberalism or liberalism mirrors equity. I keep meaning to ask her what a bleeding heart liberal means to her. What is the definition that she uses? One question that comes to my line of work is recognition of some cultural practices. In child welfare, what is dirty to some can be acceptable to others. Discipline may very well look different in my house as it does yours. And how I choose to teach may be passive in other families. What I have been tasked with each day is asking myself, and knowing that someone else is the expert of their home, what is safe and what is unsafe. I feel our text highlights we the people is more about we. It tells us that administrators are stewards of both negative and positive freedoms because the ones who run constitutions. One point that stood out are the laws that are made, but only after a majority of the population are already following the laws. Could it be awareness and accountability means we have the responsibility to advance social equity by protecting constitutional rights? This is asked of us in the text. I would like to highlight the 8 Code of Ethics provisions within the American Society of Public Administration identifies: advance the public interest, uphold the Constitution and law, promote democratic participation, strengthen social equity, fully inform and advise, demonstrate personal integrity, promote ethical organizations, and advance professional excellence. What I noticed about these 8 ethics were order, noting that the advanced public interest was first and foremost, but above upholding the Constitution and the law. I think the significance of this is that sometimes the Constitution and laws are either amended or overturned. As time goes on, they may be identified as incongruent with social equity. Text includes being fully informed and advising ourselves in ways what am I contributing to social inequity. I found the most profound advice in our text to be social equity is a collective responsibility in calling out situations where service access, processes, quality, and outcomes treat some groups as worth less or worth more. Working for the Department of Human Services gives me the opportunity and a platform to change every day. I recall when I was in training, one of my coworkers from a different county no doubt had a completely 180 different degree of work atmosphere than myself. Shanika was a woman that I was drawn to because of her energy from the start. Last week of training, she told me that she had received an offer to make much more money and much less work. I was saddened by this, knowing that DHS was losing a strong, independent, single mother and a Black female that our community needed to see. There's no day that I can teach her culture to anyone, the same as she cannot teach mine. This book gives us the challenge, and resilience is required, but I do not think it was her lack of resilience that changed her career path. I feel after our discussions, it was the lack of equity in our workplace. I'll never forget how defeated she looked. The hardest task I'll be faced with going forward is recognizing when my own privileges have advantaged me. As a married white female with higher education who's mostly conservative core beliefs, I am the population of deafness for social equity. I challenge myself every day to be better and more informed, but the truth is, after reading this text, I fall so short of knowing how unequal the world still is. Soon, I will be a public service professional in a higher position than I've ever been in before. In my own way, this will be defeating some of those glass walls and ceilings created by society. However, recognizing this keeps some status quo that I'm getting there due to my own privilege. I had the ability to attend college. I had the ability to attend college online where my home is safe and warm and access to internet. I was able to afford college due to my income and not minimize my work. I also have been given a promotion. When I look around from that perspective, many people surrounding me will look like me, have similar lives, and consistently equal pay, which affords us to live in a terrible economy we have now. Social equity is not new, but the momentum is currently strong. I will do my part to keep the motion going in the pursuit of social equity. Thank you.